Hello everybody, Danny Shea here on a Wednesday. I'm going to do a short video. Put your stopwatches down though. You don't have to time me. I'm just going to read on a couple of things. I don't have notes, so it's all up here. Scary. And I want to read on the California gubernatorial race to see how that is going to shape out. I saw that Libby did a couple of videos on it, and I purposefully did not watch just because I go, hey, I was going to read on that. But, you know, she gets all the news a day earlier because she's in the future. And I don't know. It's just not fair. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about before I get into, and I think I want to look at, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try to see if the cards can give us any indication on how this Iran thing is going to end, because to me, it feels like we're just going down a rabbit hole where it's just war, 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 until somebody says, okay, you're right, or I will give up something for you. And I don't see the sides really wanting to do that. I know Pumpkinhead doesn't want to give up anything, although maybe he'll taco. But Iran, I don't know what they will give up. And why am I feeling that they will be more rational than the U.S. and Israel? I don't know. So I want to look at that and see if I can get some clarity on it. But before I do, I want to just show you guys something. One of our community members, Spirit Art by Danielle, created an oracle deck, and I thought it was going to be hard copy, but it's in an app, and it's called the Work Oracle, and here it is. So this is what it looks like when you download the app, and it's on Apple and Samsung. I think I'm not going to say what the price is. I think it's okay. I'm going to say what the price is. I think it's like under $10. I think. Cheap. This delves into all sorts of areas of metaphysical things. So if you go, what do I need to work on in my spiritual practice right now for today? Do a little shuffle. Do a little shuffle, hit draw, and then hit the card. And then there it is. That's what I need to work on. Oh, dang it. Is it a journal? I've been thinking about that. The gatekeeper. Oh, I have always imagined that paradise will be kind of a library. I would like the library to be the one like in the Time Machine where they spin the rings and somebody talks to you. Because I got a floaty eye, and so when I read, I have to close one eye. So then you scroll up. Here it's talking about the Akashic Records. How do you access the Akashic Records? The work, claircognizance, just knowing, intention, Akashic meditation. It's just brilliant stuff to play with, to work on. So it just gives you a lot of different ideas on how to move in this realm and how to open up our senses. Just another tool in the toolbox. She told me about this a couple of years ago, and I go, yeah, I want that deck. I want it. Gimme. And now it's out. And I bought it. It's great. So anyway, there it is, the work oracle. Got a big blue eye. Why did she make it a big blue eye? All right, let's get into it a little bit. Let's look at California gubernatorial race. The thing with this California race is that in California, the top two vote getters are going, what? Okay, say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Psychic Duck is saying, hey, don't forget me. We're not going to forget you. Okay, all right. Hey, do you have a dog in this race? Psychic Duck hates it when I say that. Okay, I don't know why. California, the top two vote getters in the primary, which is in June, I think, is going to be the top two that are going to run. So the Democrats have they did have 13 candidates with their hats in the ring. The Republicans had 2. So theoretically, if the California vote got spread out between all these 13, the top 2 vote getters could be Republicans. So we would have a Republican in the governor's seat. I still think that we would have a supermajority in our legislative body, but I don't know if I would want that. And I know I wouldn't. The Republicans are cray. One of them is a sheriff down in Riverside who is now confiscated a bunch of ballots by saying that these were illegal votes, so you know what kind of guy he is. And then the other guy was a Fox News guy, Steve Hilton, so you know what kind of guy he is. And so we had the Democrats were Eric Swalwell, he was the front runner. And then you had Katie Porter and Tom Steyer, which is another billionaire that is trying to get in there. Not to say Katie Porter was a billionaire. I don't know, but she went into Congress. So maybe everybody that goes into Congress comes out like a multi-millionaire. That's something. Yeah. That's another read. So here we go. So I think Katie Porter, I'm looking on my phone for PBS who the candidates are in California. I don't have the ranking, but I think Katie Porter and Tom Steyer are the top. The one that I want to look at, though, is the last guy, which is, actually not, the last guy, Xavier Becerra. He was Joe Biden's health official that oversaw the response to the coronavirus pandemic, the California Attorney General during Pumpkinhead's first term, 2 decades as a Congress member. So he's got a lot of experience, and I'm in California, and I don't know who all these people are. I know who Antonio Villaraigosa was because he was the LA mayor. Tony Thurmond. So anyway, we have a lot to choose from. What I want to look at is Katie Porter, Tom Steyer. I don't think Tom is going to get there again, but money talks, right? And then you know it walks. And then I want to look at Xavier. Javier, is that how you pronounce it? I should have looked it up, because someone's going to tell me in the chat. I hear you. It's Javier, Danny. Okay. All right, so let's just look at, there's also Matt Mahan, San Francisco mayor, became a, I didn't know, oh, is the San Francisco, I'm sorry, back up. Matt Mahan is the San Jose mayor. It's funny how we shift words when we just see San and we go, oh yeah, San Jose mayor. Okay. Not feeling from him, but we'll see. So let's just pay attention to, let's look at Katie Porter, see what she's got. Tom Steyer and Javier. Let's drop it down. I just looked at my timer. 111. Move my coffee cup out of the way too. You would think that I would have done this before. Okie dokie. Katie Porter. She's had some negative news articles on how tough she is. So, Katie Porter, I loved her in Congress. Bringing out her whiteboard and jar of jelly beans. Katie Porter. Oh, yeah, kind of. Okay, well, let's just see where this goes, because, so this is the Five of Cups, the loss. This could be the loss against Adam Schiff. He did not play fair. You have the High Priestess. So maybe her sadness is now being challenged by her intuitive abilities with this High Priestess card. King of Wands, she knows her stuff. King of Cups, Joe Biden, calming energy. Ha! Here she is with her jelly beans. Oh my gosh, so funny. And the Ten of Wands, the burden. So 2 10 cards, completion cards, 2 king cards. Very positive except for this. Maybe she's not going to have enough money. Let's just keep going with this. 8 of Coins, the hard work, the research that she does, the comfort that she brings with the 10 of Cups. 3 10s. We have the 7 of Wands in the past, defending oneself. I think, yes, she's going to have to defend herself against her track record. Maybe it's her staffers. And then we have the 4 of Wands, success, celebration. Again, 5 of Coins, money as a clarifier. Ooh. So her success is being tempered by the 5 of Coins. And then 4 of Coins, barely holding on. Okay, being very conservative. Interesting that I got 5 and a 4 with Katie Porter here. These cards are kind of a mixed bag, especially with these last 2 here. I mean, she has a lot of completion cards. She has 2 king cards, 3 completion cards. That's the struggle, the road getting to the comfort zone of winning. Maybe it's not the gubernatorial seat. Katie Porter, maybe not. Oh, come on, Danny. Lift that up. Thank you. Maybe not. It feels like her talents should not be wasted, whatever. But it feels like with that success card at the final outcome, it feels like they will find a place. She will find a place for herself. Thanks, these cards did not want to go back in there again. That was weird. Okay, let's look at Tom Steyer. So he is pumping a ton of money into the race because he's a billionaire. Last time he ran against Newsom, there were a lot of ads that came out about him and his business dealings. Now I saw a few about him having ICE prisons and containment stations. Containment stations. Shame on me. And a lot of this stuff is, if you are a billionaire, those of you who are know, you're going, of course, I know this. You'll have your money in different portfolios, different stocks, different mutual fundish things. And maybe a mutual fund will be part of selling a warehouse to ICE. It's hard to know, but nonetheless, those ads are coming out against him. So, Tom Steyer, how are you looking for the gubernatorial race? Tom Steyer. Ooh, he's got some legal issues coming up. First thing, Queen of Swords. Crossroads, Two of Swords. He's got his foundation is, I want to be in the governor's mansion. But these cards are not looking so great. New beginning, new emotion. The Emperor, drop this down a little bit more. The Emperor and the Moon card, secrets coming out. I'm not seeing it for him. I'm not seeing it. So this Fool could say something, but with the secrets coming out, with Justice, with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords at a crossroads, just not seeing it. His wish is to get into the mansion. He's going to put money in it. He's going to try externally to bring a comfort to the race. I'm a good guy. I'm this, I'm that. But really, he's very controlling. He's got a lot of control, maybe over the money, but yeah, I don't see it. New journey, slow moving project. So I'm not seeing it with him. I'm not seeing him get out, but I'm not seeing it with him. All right, let's look at one more before we go into the Iran, and that is Xavier. Okay. So I was on one of my rare moments on Facebook. I hardly ever get on Facebook anymore. I need to shave. What's the matter with me? Don't answer that last comment. So I wanted to No, I just lost my train of thought. Javier. Oh, so I was on Facebook and I saw this, one of my contacts had a little video thing on Javier. And I went, who is this Javier guy? So he was head of health and human services for Obama or Biden, can't remember. A lot of experience, lots and lots. When I talked to my brother about this, not my hillbilly brother, my Buddhist brother, I wonder what they call me. Woo-woo brother. Anyway, he was saying, yeah, Javier's too old. I would like somebody younger in there. So he's kind of a Katie Porter guy. And I go, I'm okay with somebody older in there that has young ideas. I'm okay with that. Let's just see what Javier, and I like that he has a lot of the experience that can lead him to pick a good support team around him. So Tom, you don't know who he's going to pick. Katie, I don't know who she's going to pick either. I don't know who Javier's going to pick. But it feels right. So let's just see. What about Javier? Ooh, we like Javier. We do like Javier. Okay, drop it down. There we go. Javier. Oh, we like Javier. Look how comfortable he is. Yes, 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 yes. All right. As we keep going, he's got a burden though. He's not front runner at all. In the past, the Two of Swords. Was this deciding whether to run? But he sees things as two separate truths. He goes, I don't know, when I pull this and I just said that, he goes, this is a really clear decision for me to make. California has to lead from a position of strength. That's what I get with him. At the top of the reading, the Hierophant. Wow, great reading so far. And in the potential near future, the battle. But it's not the abuse of power. It's just the battle of words. Getting in there, maybe doing some debates. Let's see. Let me drop this down just a bit more. Hard work, the Eight of Coins with the Chariot, moving on, taking reins, taking charge of the direction of where he's going. Hopes and fears, Three of Swords. There may be a bump in the road in the final outcome. Interesting card. Seven of Cups. I like this card in this deck because it feels like it's the Ten of Cups. It's got the rainbow. Out of all the people you can pick from, it feels like we picked the right one. Let's just see, clarified by, because this is a card of illusion, delusion. This is a card of be careful what your choices are. Clarified by celebration, circles of support. And the Six of Coins, giving and receiving, balancing things out. His cards look great. Great. You have the one in the Hopes and Fears. You have that one in the Hopes and Fears. Other than that, the Five of Wands isn't negative. It's just It's just, sparring. Good, healthy debate. Yay. Javier. All right. So let's take a look before we go much further, because I said I was going to keep it short. Let's look at who's going to give up in Iran. How is this going to end? It makes zero sense, right? Trump goes, we gotta blow them up and we're winning. We won. And then Iran says, we're shutting down the Straits of Hormuz. And then Trump goes, you can't shut down the Straits of Hormuz because I'm going to shut it down. So now we've shut down the strait. And I have not looked at the news, so I don't know if it's open or closed or whatever it is. I should call Libby, wake her up. Hey, Libby, what's the future news? Okay. Who is going to, I don't want to say back down, but that's the word that popped into my head. But who is going to be the more mature? Who's going to be the more mature side and say, you know what, we can't keep this up? Who's going to, I'm going to pull 3 cards: U.S., Israel, Iran. And as I say that, I go, no one. We're too dug in. Who's going to step out and say, let's wave the peace flag, let's give something up? U.S. Okay. Israel. And Iran. When I say it, it sounds funny. I think it should be Iran. But anyway, here we go. Iran. This one, okay, all right. Okie dokie. What was this one really? Ooh. That's the one I didn't pick. U.S. Are you gonna abuse of power? 5 of Swords? Huh. Really? Where's my shirt? Cards don't lie. 10 of Swords, nightmares. 9 of Swords, I mean. Not sleeping at night. Going, oh my gosh, what are we doing? And the 5 of Coins, the loss. Yeah, this is so crazy. The amount of money that we're spending on this war, yet they won't give us social services, health care. They won't give us community help because they would rather blow things up. I wonder what kind of scotch that Kegseth drinks. Is it top shelf, or is he like, oh boy. Okay, Israel. They're battling. This, to me, it's war words. This 5 is very similar to this one. If I didn't throw it up there at the United States, it would have been down here, because they're just banging each other, banging heads, banging bombs. And you can see the explosion right there. So, yeah. Higher order of things. Ooh. Maybe Netanyahu. I mean, the reason that Netanyahu is in these constant wars, one of the reasons, is that he is, or has been, under investigation for financial crimes in Israel. And now that he's got this war going on, they can't do anything and look into or charge him or something. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons he's keeping the war going. One of the reasons we're doing this is the Epstein files. And Epstein files trying to create confusion. This is all a smokescreen. Isn't that sick? The loss of life, the loss of resources. Okay, Iran. See, yeah, no one's winning. This is, whenever I get this card, I always want to say it's rebirth, the ending of one cycle, the beginning of another. This one, it's just, we're still in the ending of the cycle. Ooh. Iran. Offering a cup of peace? Asking for assistance, opening up the Straits of Hormuz, moving on to calmer waters. Wow. What would that take for them? So I was thinking about this. What would it take for peace? And I think just the last three cards, it's going to take giving them money, right? So that they can rebuild from, they didn't do anything to trigger this conflict, this excursion. They didn't do anything that went, oh, we got to do something. It was, a little unclear. So it feels like we're going to put some money in it, and we are going to, what is this Seven of Cups? We're going to pick a few things that they are they going to be allowed to have some nuclear material? Let me ask that and then I'm done. Is Iran going to be able to have some nuclear material for their power systems, for the energy? And when I think about that, then I go back to the Trump administration are saying this is going to be just like what Obama set up with them. Is Iran going to be able to have some, boy, that doesn't want to shuffle, some nuclear material in some way? Is Iran going to have some nuclear material? Let's drop it down and see what we get. Is Iran going to be able to have some kind of nuclear material? Okay, well, that's a good one. We could just stop there and go, I don't know. Secrets coming out. I think that they're going to say no, but they're still going to have some. Illumination. That scares me. That scares me. Because that is fusion, the sun. When you think about it, what kind of energy is being produced by the sun? Big. And look at that. Big. Six of Wands in the past. There are no winners. Watching ships come in, come out, and a partnership. That's good. That's good. So I was talking to my wife when she was saying that if Iran had the nuclear weapon, then we wouldn't be going in and doing all what we're doing. It's sort of a protection thing. Yet war and weapons only beget more war and weapons. So that's not an evolutionary planetary solution. That is the opposite of living in peace. Two of Cups. Internally, holding up two swords, this card. So this is not a woman that I would want to meet to have a conflict with. She's going, pick a hand. It's like, holy crap, I'm going to get it either way. That's kind of what I get with Iran. Got two swords here. Come on. Ten of Cups in the external position. Internally, they're going to hold on to something. They're going to retain something that is going to give them security. The Hierophant, hopes and fears that they will be able to keep their higher order of things. Final outcome. The Devil. Manipulation. Where's the Devil? Okay, there it is. Just was looking on the screen. With balance. Wow. Whoa. 1514, going back to balance. And illusion delusion. They've got to make a choice. Okay, here's what I get with this. Maybe you guys have gotten something different. I'd love to hear it if you did. So with this, it feels like they still have things underground with this moon card that has the fusion material, and they're going to just keep that in the past. I look at these rods and I go, ooh, maybe they're rods of uranium or whatever. They're going to come to some kind of an agreement in the near future. They're still going to be able to have their defenses up. It's going to be a lot more comfortable. It's within their government that they need to let go of the manipulation towards balance, and they have to pick the right type leader. So let me just throw this out. Now you can maybe pull another spread on this for yourselves. Is the new Ayatollah, has he been seen yet? I know he was, reportedly injured. Just like we have not seen the downed airman. Has he surfaced? Has he said anything about his rescue? I don't think either one of them have. So, we can't trust our government to give us news. So there is, if the leadership in Iran decides to say, you know what, we're going to put this to a vote. We're going to change our government by putting forth an election that will feel fair and balanced, although it will be manipulated a little bit. What kind of election would that be? Maybe we should run the election. Okay. Are they going to say, yeah, we're going to change our government? Not really, but say they do. Bring in this guy that appears to be a little more hard line. I mean, a soft, yes, we have a soft government now. Look, it's all comfortable, right? They're still holding on to two swords. That would be one way to calm this down. I keep going back to the Six of Swords with them moving on to calmer waters, to having that straight opened up, but I think that they're still going to be getting some money out of it. We shall see, right? We shall see how that works out. Okay, that's it. Short-ish. 41 minutes. Well, that is short for me. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on Friday. Peace and love.